Okay.
So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
First of all, I'd like to thank Montana School for hosting this event. And it was a pleasure for everybody here to attend your Christmas event. All your efforts are appreciated and wishing you success. And keep this on. Okay. So again, we are going to follow the same strategy we followed last time, which is with 6 thinking hats, and I think you are familiar now with it. Yet I remind you with the 6 colors of the hat and the questions to deal with in each color. So the white hat is for information, red feeling, yellow distracts, the blue innovation, the green for innovation, and the blue for thinking. And of course, we cannot forget the black hat for the judgment. Okay? The blue for judgment.
The black for judgment.
Yeah, judgment, or let's say areas for improvement in such situation. Okay? Now we are going to start.
The yellow hat for what?
The yellow hat for the strands.
For the strands.
Yeah. For the interesting points in your lesson. Let's start with the white.
Okay.
Please, can you just note down some facts about Mrs. Rana's lesson? And we'll spend very few minutes, just 1 minute in that to move on for, we need more time for, the yellow and the black. Okay, let's start. Are you ready to share your ideas with us? So let me start with our hostess, Mrs. Dina. Yes, can you tell us about some facts in Mrs. Rana's lesson?
Today, Mrs. Rana tried to follow the sequence of the lesson.
Yeah.
She used the timer, which make her keep on introducing good instructions and good activities for the students. At the same time, she tried to keep on using the following of the parts of the lesson plan by introducing the middle fact and using the 3 B's. Then she moved to the second objective, which is supporting the first one, and so on.
Okay, thank you very much. Let us move, Mrs. Haya.
For me, I like the way she dealt with the lesson as a whole, because she is following step by step and smooth transition.
We are in the white hat, just facts.
Just information about the lesson.
We are coming to the end.
Okay, she is like, the fact is, I like the transition. I like the way she used the places organized, the things that she used in the lesson. Like her personality as a teacher, it was really good.
Yeah. So,
thank you very much for your great lesson. First of all, I like the time management of her lesson, how she used smoothly between activities, and her relationship with her students was great.
Just postpone the liking later.
The white hat, it was for 5B class.
Even your relationship, it was a part of your lesson, and your time management of the activities.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so
I
as
want
a
to
group.
say for her, thank you for your lesson. Your lesson is about smart time. This is reading time for grade 5. Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.
So your class is for grade 5 class, isn't it? So and here you prepared or you included some standards, mainly 3.2, 5.7, 5.8.2, and 5.4. It's a good example where you integrated the 4 skills together. And here you included 4 objectives. Yeah, 4 objectives. They are from word knowledge to reading, writing, and speaking. And we have instances of differentiation, and there's like good staging, like 3, and this is what you can see in your lesson plan. So thank you for that. Now we can discuss your feelings. What did you feel when you were? Did you feel like happy, interesting, and so on and so forth? Okay. So what did you feel about this? Is let's start with Mrs. Dalia or Mrs.
Okay, my feeling was I really was interesting for the next steps. Yes, that's all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Hiba?
I was so happy, and really you get my interest.
Thanks.
Yeah. So Mrs. Haya?
I was into the lesson feeling that I'm a student with them. So it was so amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't express my feeling. I feel like I'm on the I think it was interesting for the students and for us to listen.
Yeah. So for you?
For myself,
Yeah, for yourself.
Confused.
in the beginning I was feeling confused, but after I moved to the starter and I just saw my students, nobody else. I forgot that
When you take off.
yes. When I start to read the objectives, I forget all the people who are there, and alhamdulillah, I feel happy with my
Yeah,
students.
actually, I have a great feeling about your class. It was really an interesting class. It was an enjoyable class to attend. And I can see your students' feelings. They were enjoying their learning, and this is the most important thing. So they were at ease, they are confident. There is a sense of trust between you and your students, and this is we can feel and even touch. This sense they were really relaxing, and they were kind of working with the joy. There is something called fun in your class. Thank you.
Thank
Also,
you.
it was fun.
ليه الولد عجبني
Can be fun. Now we are coming to the yellow hat and the strengths and the most interesting points in Mrs. Rana's class. So what are the strengths? What are the good points you can or you could see in Mrs. Rana's class? Yes, please.
Okay, I want to start. First of all, I like the way to show the objectives through the smart board. It's funny and let all the students concentrate. Okay, this is the first one. The second one, the way to identify the words through spell the words after you show them. It's very interesting.
Yes, to hide.
Okay. Yes. What else here we have? The postman student is صراحة is beautiful.
One of my favorite students.
Yeah, he was
Yeah. Pre-reading from Movie Maker, it was interesting. And the question, you focus just into a question for the pictures.
Yes.
According to the resource in the student book, you have a great class management. Of course, and it's clear for all of the audience. The poster, I think it's easy for the students. And you give them the A3 paper, including the pictures. وطبعا already you give them the poster, just they have to fill and they have to write the title. The spelling rubrics, it was easy according to their age. Just they have to take under the happy face or sad face. What else? all was amazing صراحة.
Thank you.
And the closure, I like it.
Thank you so much.
But I have Shall I have
No,
my comments now?
The
Later.
comments will
Okay.
come in the black hat. Yes.
Postpone.
بس يعني I think 85 it's يعني interesting. Thank you.
I already agree with Dalian, but I have to add one more thing. When you're giving each group a number to know his role,
Yes.
this is a very smart idea.
This was his runners, one of the strategies she
yes.
taught us from
It
2
was
or
new
3
for me.
weeks. Yes, and we started to
You're charting
yes,
for this decent
the number
points,
heads, yes.
really, yes.
give the chance for all the students to share.
Yeah.
And when you get the number, then you see all of your students, you know, who is strength in reading and writing.
Also appreciation.
Yes.
Yes. Appreciate the students.
I like, again, your time management and again, your relationship inside the classroom, your transition from one activity to another. I like how the postman came inside the classroom suddenly. It was amazing, the way he came in and the differentiation in each envelope. I also like the video that you have shared 2 questions and have them to think and answer these questions. What else? I think so. The checklist. I like the checklist.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For me, I like your time management, your transition between the activities, your personality as a teacher, your clear instructions, your class management, using the smart board and the author kit to evaluate at the end, and the numbers, the distribution of
The
numbers.
numbers, yes.
Let's move for you and Mrs. Zahid and I.
Okay.
For me, focusing on the information of the lesson, kind of using the lesson itself using different heads, Actboard or AutoCAD. She dealt with this information from the vocabulary, then to the video. All of them are giving the same information for the students. Finally, she reached with the students to the writing part and the speaking part, which collected the main ideas of the lesson. So the transition of her transition from part to another in the lesson was clear.
Yeah.
Familiar with the
Yeah.
students.
For me, I have
Yeah,
to say,
of course.
I love the postman.
Yeah.
I wasn't imagine that Ali will do it wonderful like this. I love the starter, and I have to thank Mrs. Rawal, the special studies teacher. That's all. For me, that's all.
For me, I liked Hamad.
Of
course. Yeah, he was such he's smart boy, mashallah. So, let me start from the start. So, you started with the value of the day, which is loyalty, and of course, it goes hand in hand with the event you had, the National Day. So it was well chosen, and then of course the integration between the social department. Again, I like your systematic way of presenting vocab, like illustrations, then pronunciation, then spelling, then meaning, and later the use of language in sentences. Students are part of the resources for today. This is shown in the video they presented before. The pre-reading activity get them, which is the video thing, it gets them, or it got them familiar with the theme, with the topic of the lesson, which is places to visit in Qatar. Of course, most students were part in the class in a way or another. Even that boy who cannot, maybe he's a weak achiever, he just participate by school. The Sherlock Holmes way of of showing the objectives. Again, your character traits in general, your pace, your voice projection, your movement, your friendly, the parental relationship you have with students. All these are really something that makes your class such a good and interesting class to attend and observe. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, I have to add for the assessment criteria, it is student friendly.
Yes.
It's reader friendly. They can follow and read it easily, and they can say something about it. This is something interesting as well in your class.
Preparation.
Yeah, it was really nice. So all these points really make your class such an interesting class. Thank you very much.
So much. Thank you.
So now here we can start with you.
Yes. Okay. Wait.
with if you were given a chance to re-give or represent this lesson, what would you change?
For me, maybe I would change the writing activity. Not only to give them the place and to write the 3 sentences, maybe I will make them to write about what they read in brief. For the Aspire Tower, maybe they can write 3 sentences only from what they read. They have to close their books and then try to write 3 sentences about the place you read about. Another thing, the rubric, I was afraid from it in the beginning, but alhamdulillah, it was wonderful, really, alhamdulillah. Another black hat, I don't know, maybe you can judge it.
It's okay. It's not a judgment, it's just telling you areas to improve.
If you need to improve. I learned this from this one. From the first day I came here to school.
We don't have judgment, we are not judgmental opinion anyway. We are not judging it because it's wonderful from the start. But we say if you did this, it would be better.
Yes,
this is all. So the group may take over. So Mrs.
For me, what Rana said before, I think giving more pictures for the students to write or to talk about it, I think it gives the students a chance to vary their thinking way. So I think it was interesting when they choose different places and write about. For me, I think the reading part, she should do a simple discussion between her and the students, especially in the during reading part. I think this is the incomplete part for me.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, interesting.
I want to ask her some questions.
Please.
First of all, always Ms. Fisher, the first time she visited me, she told me why you let the student read loudly. Right?
Yeah.
She told me that if you want the student to read loudly, you have the purpose for this.
Yes.
But I want you to know what's the purpose of your if you're letting the student read the sentences loudly.
The sentences or the
paragraphs,
the reading text.
Yes.
Right? You know, if you ask the boys to read and follow, you will not find them. Always they are missing. Yes. They don't know where I have to read or.
But in my recommendation, we told about we have to let the student read the text to answer the questions in the postman game, and after it we have to listen to check whether their answer
is correct or
not. Correct or not.
Yes. I felt that
I think if you make this way,
reading, we want them to read.
Right,
silently. If they will read something false.
Okay, I have an idea. I think it's better for you to make the leader for your group to read loudly for your group. Then during he reading, the other students they follow.
You know their levels. Did you hear them? You see, there are the excellent boys. Did you see how they pronounce and they read?
I think the leader, they can.
We can see they are perfect.
High achievers.
I can't leave the other students to him. I can make a small teacher something like this, but in vocab or in something lesser, but not
through you monitoring them. You can correct for them. Even if you listen for the student, you can correct for them. Not all the words. Keeps mind. This is my point.
Yes.
But I think the part that when you said that I have to put a leader for the group to read. For us, I think the silent reading is there's no alternative for the silent reading, especially if I have low achiever students in my class. Because if I ask them to read silently, they will look at the pictures and play and do other things. So
the leader will read, the other will follow. If you told them to read it silently, if you told the student, all of you have to read, or one student read loudly, maybe the other student will not follow with them. That's why I told you to focus in each group. That's it. This is my point.
Thank you.
And this is my question. That's it.
Yes. That's all. No,
because Miss Bushman, the first time she recommended me.
It was another case because you let them listen and read. Then reread.
Okay.
This is the point. Okay. So, but for them, they just read for the first time. So they did it twice in the class.
Okay.
This is what.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything to share
My
with us?
For me,
Hey, I love Black Hat the most.
Yes, me
yes.
too. Me too. I'm waiting for it really from the beginning.
Yes. I enjoyed them. I can't find any black
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's
Appreciate it. She's highly positive.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, for me, it's not a black hat.
Yes,
At
of
all.
course. It's points.
Yeah, this, no,
Brownish.
That's depends on the situation, the type of the student.
Yes,
So
yeah.
for me, that means something related of my classroom, my
yes,
student.
yes.
Maybe for you, it was amazing, and it was amazing,
Thank
actually. So for me, maybe the speaking
Mhm.
will be different because I know that my student will be able, inshallah, to speak more.
Yes.
So I ask them to write, this is I used to do, to write notes because it's speaking. So they're going to write notes, and I prefer to come in front of the class room like an interview. I will ask them, I'm a new visitor, can you help me to find something to go in Doha? Yeah, of course. So where? Maybe Qatar. Okay, please tell me something about
okay.
Qatar. Qatar, you can find it. You can eat sandwich. You can drink some coffee. You can whatever. You can walk. So I like them to speak. Maybe they can because they can. I know that they can. Also for reading strategy, I think so. As a teacher, maybe you need more details. Students need more details. You have to explain more because in national exams and our exams. Weekly assessment, we focus on reading. Reading. So reading strategy, skimming, scanning, talking about what kind of text. Is it factual, fictional text? Where can you find like this text? Magazines, internet, social studies, any like these things. Also, I think so the puzzle. Maybe no need for the puzzle.
For the vocab.
I think so. For me, it's no. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For me, it's just the reading part. I feel like, okay, they have read the text, which is okay, like I like it, but there was no discussion after that. Because the students should know what they are reading and understand. Like if you had just a short discussion, just to give them idea and how to arrange the ideas in the text so that later on they can just form the speaking part where they can link what they studied and try to write according to what they have studied in the text.
Yes.
This is the only
That's
thing.
it. Okay.
Yeah, so again, I'd like to be somehow organized in giving. So from the start, now you started with vocab, it was really wonderful, and as I told you, you followed the systematic way, the step-by-step approach in teaching vocab. However, yes, I agree with Mrs. Hiba that the puzzle thing is just repetitious. Because you presented the visuals or illustrations with the words, the spelling, everything is done there. So no need, maybe you can move to the production thing, and this gives you
I was told that I have to
follow the lesson
plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is done in Delhi's lesson because she didn't make it.
You can change.
But you just replace that by the other people. So this is the kind of repetition. But so maybe this puzzle should be removed, to save time for reading. And here, objective number 2, which is the main idea. Okay, you told them you want to skim or read quickly and tell me the main idea. The main idea here wasn't discussed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and then you asked them if we achieved the objective, and they said good job. But I think you should, let them discuss what is the text about.
Oh, okay. Just to revise the objective with them.
To discuss the main idea, you will then now tell me the main. What is the text about? So what is it about in general?
Yes.
Elicit answers from them. The writing thing, for some groups it worked wonderful. For other groups, they cannot move. I suggest to give number 1 as a guided practice for them. Just give the writing, the full writing or model Zubara thing, the picture, the A3
Yes.
with the pictures,
Yes.
just model the first one, give them full writing, and they will follow this.
the same
it's a
steps
guided
to write about the
practice.
other.
Yes, for some groups too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The closure, which is really, you included there with question, which is from the students' book. I think you should remove it to the reading itself because you presented some techniques, which is gist and analyzing, but details were missing. So if the closure was moved to the reading itself, and then you have something, questions about their learning, because the closure normally is an evidence for learning. Now, tell me, what are you going to visit, for example, the weekend, like Daniel did? And what can you see there? Tell me. And here you can refer back to the places you discuss in the class. This is a good point. But the main ideas here, or the detailed questions, the SRs, better to move them
To the reading part.
to the reading part.
Okay.
So rather than that, everything was really excellent. Thank you. So what's new for you in this class? What
In her class.
maybe not new for you, maybe for the students as an experience new, because you maybe here, you are mashallah alaikum, really experiences that can come up with creative ideas. So what's really new, innovative in her class?
For me, can I?
Yeah,
For
please.
me, because I'm a girl teacher, her way of dealing with boys, yes. Her way of controlling them, do you know how the grabbing attention of boys is American? All of them were involved. They were, whatever, even at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I can do that in my home.
To grab their attention 45 to 50 minutes, it's amazing. It was amazing. Also, the innovation thing that let the students, even low achievers, to take part. I like her way. As
The
a
numbers,
teacher, we
really,
shouldn't
the
be
numbers.
shy.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be shy of our low achievers. Some teachers maybe, but alhamdulillah, you were not at all. You were proud of all Jewish teachers.
Yes.
I like this.
Thank you so much.
And she knows when to pause
Yes.
to make them all focus.
Yeah.
Like when you are explaining a step and there is someone who is moving. Sometimes people feel like when I'm irritated, I would never look around. But she is fully focused on her students. Like she would only say, okay, concentrate. Like, I like the way you did this.
Yeah.
To grab their attention
Thank you so
sometimes.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Your way with your students is really lovely.
Thank you so
So
much.
friendly.
Also, her simple language.
Yes.
She used the simple language, correct, simple language with the students.
Yeah. So
I talk a lot from you, صراحة. I got some ideas through your activities. Really thank you.
Not as you.
لا مستحيل. أنا صراحة توقعت أشوف شيء حلو بس مش زي ما توقعت. شفت
My honor والله to be all of
Really
you
thank
here
you.
today.
فعلا.
again, something you have to mention, the way you make students participate. You involve them in the lesson. You get the cards, the numbers.
The numbers for each student.
The number one, if he is lost somehow, she she grabs him back to the lesson. Be here, be
Some
focused.
students are only proud that he heard is not number one. It's
Yes.
The number. This is of course it goes under the heading of classroom management.
Yeah.
And it's a new way to integrate and to involve our students in the lesson.
The number
This is
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It must be
Every
fingerprints
student
of
knows his role.
So again, this rubric is again don't stick to the rubrics on the internet. This is something created by the teacher. It's very simple and it serves the matter. So it can lead to self-evaluation and peer evaluation as well. So again, it's not maybe something new, but I'd like to let the student prepare or involved in the preparation of the lesson, the video they prepared. So we know him. We know it was like something personalization of learning. They are there. They can see themselves and hear themselves being a part of the lesson. This is something that again encourages learning. So you're overall thinking about the lesson.
Yes,
What do you
yeah.
think of the
Amazing.
lesson? Yeah, in just one point to save time for Mrs. Yeah.
Yes.
One point. What do you're overall thinking about your lesson? What do you think about the lesson?
High expectations, as I thought, like I
Thank
knew
you.
it would be something new.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
An amazing one.
Thank you so much.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Amazing lesson
you.
because you
Yeah.
teach boys,
Thank you.
especially at
Thank
this
you.
point. I forget.
For me, I have to thank all of you and for all of your efforts for Ms. Rama supporting. And really, Ms. Bushra, you break the ice between me and you. And from this day, I'm really waiting, inshallah, for every time you will enter to my class.
To come to
give
the
me
class.
Any
Your feedback, really.
Really, I'm waiting for your feedback.
Thank
Really.
you.
I felt the same feeling.
Yes.
فعلا.
You know, at the beginning, I was thinking, which one will come out? Now, when will you come? Okay.
تعال أيوة تعال
Yes.
تعال.
Thank you, Ms. Bushra, for the great
I just say keep it on. Make this your daily practice,
Yes.
please. This is not because we are having observation class and all this. You can make this every
Inshallah.
single class. You have great ideas. You are great teachers. So keep it on.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, طبعا بس نعرف حضرتك النائبة الأكاديمية مس خلود المغربي. أظن المغربي سوري. هي أنت مغربية؟
Yes.
So أنت زي مغربية.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody in this room, for Ms. Bushra, Ms. Rana, and Ms. Lina, for this useful discussion. First of all, because the lesson plan was very good, that caused this lesson in this level. Of course, there was a very clear classroom management from Ms. Rana, which was noticed by everybody in this room. She gave a very clear instruction for the students, and she didn't stop. She made sure that everybody in the class or all the students understood this instruction by asking them.
Yeah.
And she did a very different activities that evaluate all the skills for the students: reading, speaking,
Listening and
spelling.
writing.
Yes, spelling, and she was. I like this point. She was following the students during talking. She corrected many grammar mistakes that the students did, and she prepared all the tools for this lesson, even the electronic one. The teacher language was very clear, and I was very happy in this lesson because I didn't hear any low voice or shouting or just to control the class. The lesson was very comfortable, and thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are we offline or not yet?